great son. I couldn't have asked for a better son.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it is.
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met.
I feel it set with the lead like a mukbang. The magazine made me lean when I woke in the drumstick will making that bang like a punk bang.
Hello, my little piggies. Welcome to the Chan Chan, and we have got Lauren Boebert. Everybody loves Lauren Boebert, right? She's pressing FEMA's Deanna Criswell as to the directives to avoid homes with Trump signs during the recent tragedies. Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, absolutely disgusting. You got homeless vets going through this stuff. There's people out there without homes. You know, I have a friend who worked in a FEMA office, and he said the whole place was covered in DEI posters and posters about minorities. Their only messaging, their only goal should be about helping Americans. But when you get there, all you see is this DEI nonsense. It's disgusting. And you're gonna hear right here, right now, the difference between reality and paperwork. Criswell's gonna say, oh, well, we've got all of this information here. We'll say, well, it says here we've got 70 satellites and we have all this aid. And then Boebert's gonna be like, hello? People say there's nothing. This guy's on the ground for 10 days. Didn't see a single satellite. Didn't see a single FEMA person. These people are at the spot you say this aid and food is at. And look, there is no people, there's no food, there's no aid. But don't believe your lying eyes, people. That's definitely the major directive from the Democrats and from FEMA over this entire tragedy here. Don't believe your lying eyes. Oh, no, it's fine. We're down there. We're helping. Please.
They're getting everything they need, and they're very happy across the board.
That's not what I heard.
We're not getting the amount of support that we need.
We haven't seen FEMA, we haven't seen Red Cross, we haven't seen Hearts with Hands, we've seen no agencies come through here.
I mean, for Kamala, and I am an avid supporter for her to stand in Florida today and make a statement. Where is our government? Where is our government?
Like, I know these oversight house committees have, like, no teeth. It's basically just a whole smoke show, bunch of smoke and mirrors and nonsense. But anyone who shows up to these inquiries, refusing to answer questions when asked, or, like, dancing around and spin doctoring things, I mean, really, they should be fired, they should be fined, they should be gotten rid of. This administration needs more teeth. This government needs more teeth when it comes to holding people in positions of power accountable. And the beast that is FEMA and all of these small people given positions of power who just can't wait to spread their wings of nastiness. It's amazing how people can refuse to admit when they're wrong, and you give them a little bit of power, especially a small human being. And I love women. I have so many women in my life that I love, but women have been downtrodden. They've been told that they have no voice, and they are fiery. I mean, women, they can't punch you in the face, right? Their main way of attacking people is reputation destruction with their voice, with their cattiness. I mean, we all know what they're like. And then you give them a position of power and tell them that they're not doing a good job. And then you can get women who are not gonna handle that well, and they're not gonna admit they're wrong, and they're gonna get catty. And that's why I love seeing women like Lauren Boebert going after other women like Deanna Criswell. And when you watch in Congress women going at each other, man, sometimes it's awesome. And I mean, you've seen MTG, man, what a powerhouse. But enough from me. Let's get into this video and see what Boebert's gonna do to this lady.
Appreciate you being here today. My colleague from Tennessee, Congressman Tim Burchett, had asked you about funding for illegals, those who have come into our country, entered our country illegally, and who are present for some of these storms.
Now, there does appear to be some sort of slight clipping and popping throughout the entire clip. I went in, I checked, it is the source file, so I'm very sorry, but I appreciate your patience with us here, guys.
And under oath, you stated that only American citizens could apply for additional funding through FEMA. Do you stand by that?
American citizens and eligible legal aliens can.
Legal aliens, those who have come through the ports of entry legally and have their green card or anything else. Well, we have illegal aliens who have entered our country. And FEMA itself has reported $380 million in additional funding to communities receiving migrants. FEMA awards $110 million to the Emergency Food and Shelter Program to assist migrants. Another FEMA notification, Department of Homeland Security announces distribution of more than $77 million in congressional funding for communities receiving migrants. Politico says New York City to get $104.6 million from FEMA, and the list goes on and on. Even the embassy, the U.S. Embassy in El Salvador chimed in, and so I would say that there's quite a bit of money going towards illegal aliens. And Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, no shit. Did you catch wind of that? One was 300 and change. The other one was like 370 and change, then 77, then 108 to New York. We're getting close to $1 billion in aid from FEMA that was earmarked for Americans for emergencies, going to shuttling around immigrants and giving them housing all over the country. Absolutely disgusting.
and I would like to ask for this to be submitted into the record, these headlines here.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, Ms. Criswell, we've heard that Ms. Washington said that she's being used as a scapegoat, and I kind of lean to believe that, because here today we have this list of chain of commands. We have supervisors who are all around her, yet we can't point to any specific supervisor who is being held accountable here. We've heard that there's an investigation. We hear about investigations all the time. Ms. Criswell, I have people sit here in front of this committee and tell us all about investigations, and then we never receive any information from that. We have seen the devastation of
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with these oversight committees, is that everybody just placates each other. They all bullshit each other all day long. Oh, I'll get back to you about that, and we'll be looking into it, and we've got an investigation going, and nobody has any teeth. That's the problem. Congress can't do anything to these people, so they just kind of lie. I don't even think they put their hand on the Bible and swear an oath or anything like that. Like, there's no truth here. It's all just a smokescreen to waste everybody's time. I mean, the biggest one of these oversight committees was the January 6th one. I mean, they just wasted everybody's time. They were on TV every day, MSNBC, Liz Cheney. Every single day, all you could do was hear her, see her, smell her. They had her everywhere. And what was it? Big bunch of nothing.
Of American citizens who have been impacted by these hurricanes, and they want answers. So is Ms. Washington being used as a scapegoat for carrying out the directive to not go to homes with Trump signs?
I received information on November 7th that there was an employee that had directed homes with Trump signs be avoided.
And you terminated her, but are there others who are going to be held accountable? Now let me ask you this, okay? You have the investigation that's been asked of you. What are you going to do to preserve this investigation and ensure that it continues in the next administration?
We will fully cooperate with the IG if they choose to take on this investigation. It has also been elevated to the Office of Special Counsel.
Sorry, my time is running out. And in this internal investigation or outside, if you never find anyone who's actually culpable for this, are you going to take any blame?
We are conducting ongoing investigations.
Are you going to take any blame if no one is found? If no one is found?
If we find anyone that has been violating the way we deliver assistance,
I'll move on. I'm sorry, you're not answering my question.
Yeah, damn right you move on, because why are they investigating themselves? Oh, somebody inside our organization did something bad, and we're trying to figure out who gave them the authority and how they got in place, and if any other people have this mentality or are doing these kinds of things. And if they are, then the people at the top are going to get in trouble for allowing this to happen. So the people at the top who are investigating, we're going to take it nice and slow. But we're on it. Don't you worry. What a bunch of crap.
Directly. So this is a culture that the Biden administration has allowed to cultivate as, and I believe that you are a part of this as FEMA, and I would hope that you would take responsibility for allowing your employees to discriminate those who they help based on politics, rather than just dismissing it on an investigation. Now, are there barriers within FEMA between public and private partnerships or relationships, or is FEMA only focused on blocking resources from Trump supporters? Can private citizens help in an emergency?
The actions of one individual are not representative of the way FEMA delivers
Can
its programs.
Can FEMA work with private citizens in an emergency to get resources to American citizens?
I think you would have to give me some specific examples of what you
Okay,
mean.
so we have
Specific examples. I mean, you go on Twitter and you can find all kinds of people being slowed down, turned around, people using their own money to fill their helicopters with fuel, which is not bloody cheap, people, and getting screwed around by FEMA, and people out there dying, drowning in trees on top of their homes, and FEMA's effing around with this Mickey Mouse bullcrap instead of letting men do what they want to do naturally, which is help.
Elon Musk, he said, quote, "My blood is boiling." Mr. Chairman, I would like to submit for the record this article that was printed in regards to Elon Musk is being furious over FEMA blocking SpaceX engineers from
Without objection to order.
So when Elon Musk is furious that he can't get Starlink delivered to folks, when I have Congressman Corey Mills who has to deploy a mission team to bring 26 systems of Starlink to those who are suffering, when the missing persons list is 1,500 people before Starlink is brought to them by a sitting member of Congress, not by FEMA, and that number goes down to 600 once communication is able to begin, when a member of Congress has to bring 23,000 pounds of supplies, when Elon Musk is saying we want to get internet, we want to get connectivity and communication to citizens, we want to bring supplies, and yet FEMA is blocking supplies. FEMA is seizing supplies. When I have a senior high school student from Rifle, Colorado, Cody Wyatt, who is driving across country to get supplies because FEMA hasn't been seen in 11 days in North Carolina or in Pensacola, Florida, when they aren't present, can citizens help, or is FEMA going to continue to block private citizens and refuse to help those based on their political affiliation?
FEMA has never blocked any assistance from moving around any of the states that were impacted. In fact, when Mr. Musk released that statement, we had over 70 Starlink satellite terminals in and around North Carolina, exceeding what he
For
had
11
already
days,
said.
Congressman Corey Mills did not see a single FEMA representative or truck, and I have witnesses as well in Florida.
Don't believe your lying eyes. Well, my reports here say there was over 70. People are telling you directly. This has been one of those times out there in the world where the information that they give you compared to the information that the people who are there give you is so drastically different. I mean, it's actually kind of disgusting. There are so many incidents here of the government saying, oh, well, we've got supplies down there right now, and people saying, where are these supplies? We're 10 days in, 12 days in. What the hell is going on here? And isn't that just the never-ending question, everybody? What the hell is going on here? Hey, please like, subscribe, help us here at the channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Let's see if we can get some more Criswell in here. God, I like seeing people grill this lady.
Donate, but please do not donate to FEMA. They are hindering a lot of what people are trying to accomplish out in the western part of the state. FEMA doesn't understand that these Appalachian people are built differently. I am very familiar with them. They are not going to stand by idly and have government officials tell them what to do. FEMA's playing a game of FAFO because free men don't ask for permission.